Earth angels and dragons. This might be of use to you. This has just been my little bedtime thing that I do to like clear everyone's energy before sleeping. And yeah, maybe it's of use to you. It's just like you just want to think about every chakra, and so there's many movements, many ways. So this is just a suggestion, but like starting with feeling your feet, and I like to like literally lean on the edge of something, the couch or whatever. Just give your bones and your skin sort of a reference point of what level is. So maybe it's the shins, but just kind of feel something on the legs and press down into your feet. Like actually feel your feet with the open. There's a meridian, bubbling springs kind of like in the very center. And so I like to imagine like it will spring, so water. So one draining, so letting sort of a swirl open in the bottom of the feet and just envisioning, giving the mind something to visualize is nice to also calm your whole being before bed. So feeling the feet and then going like bringing your awareness kind of like a spring starting to lift and rise. And I like to imagine that water is nice and warm, or I think of like honey, and just coming up the legs and then coming into sort of the hips. And so you can move, find organic movement, just be with your root and just breathe. And my hands, like I know you can do all sorts of stuff, spin your wrist or just hang, but starting to enter into just enter into a passive existence. And then starting to feel a higher space and softening the belly enough that when you breathe, you're really taking enough oxygen that you feel pressure down into the belly, to the abdominals. And then releasing whatever you might find tension-wise and just surrendering it. And then sitting your awareness higher to the heart space. I thought it'd be best just to be silent. Just notice what's going on there. The backs of the shoulders. How's your beam? And then imagining sending your awareness to the throat. And then open the throat, just a straw connecting the mind and the heart, and just allow that space to open up. And breathe into that expansion and exhale into the contraction. And then feeling the face is really nice. You get higher and just clear the mind. And just doing kind of like gentle lymphy kind of moves. You're just moving the skin. And then noticing, maybe close your eyes and just see the colors and worlds that might be behind the eyelids. And so you're just sort of turning this center, just allowing it to just come back in and not be looking out, watching, seeking. And if you feel called, just touching the top of your head. And if there's any thoughts, just let them fall out. And then be filled with whatever it is that opens flowers and makes sunsets and makes everything have perfect chaos, rhythm, melody. Maybe you start to just listen between your ears. And if you found yourself when you heard the word listen, did you go out over your head? come back and go down the straw in your throat into the heart space, and then listen there. It's softer, it's quieter, and so when it answers, you'll know, because it will be clear and kind. And maybe before we go to bed, we have a prayer or a wish or an intention. Maybe this is a good time and space to find that connection in you now. And then you can just roll in your bed if you didn't already. Sweet dreams.